Let's bring in Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs. He sits on the House Judiciary Committee and is a House Freedom Caucus member. Thank you very much, Congressman, for talking to us. As President Trump is finding out, no matter how a president rules, the court doesn't necessarily have to rule in the president's favor. What does it mean for the Trump administration now that a second judge has come forward to rule against ending DACA?
Well, it doesn't really mean that much because you've got a district level court. They're trying to issue a nationwide injunction. And what you have is the plaintiffs that are forum shopping to find judges like this one, who's an activist judge. He's got his mind made up. He made that pretty clear early on with some of his comments inside and outside the courtroom. And so it really doesn't have that much effect. Once you start getting up to appellate courts and the U.S. Supreme Court, then you would have some real power behind the judicial ruling. This one doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't really have that much sway on us.
So then you've got U.S. District Judge Nicholas Garofis. Basically, he in New York ruled yesterday that Attorney General Jeff Sessions had erred in concluding that DACA is unconstitutional. That's a quote. The state attorneys general and immigrants had sued the administration. So that's sort of what propelled all of this. So what does granting a preliminary injunction now really mean?
Well, it's just stacking up on the previous injunction that was there. And since Congress is actually taking it up, it probably has no long-term effect. The previous injunction was already, and the administration said they were going to adhere to that. So they were going to continue to grant renewals of DACA for those who were qualified. What this does is, it's more of a, in my opinion, it's more of a political statement by this judge and the plaintiffs here than it is a real true judicial opinion.
Okay, so the administration is going to be appealing the district judge in San Francisco. Right now, the U.S. Supreme Court is actually considering whether or not to take up the Trump administration's appeal after a judge there ruled to keep DACA in place. What does the Trump administration do if these district judges continue to try to rule against, replacing and getting rid of DACA? Does the Trump administration then go and try to appeal each one of these rulings, assuming there will be more?
I think, first of all, they continue to take the San Francisco case up to the Supreme Court. That's right. Number one. Number two, they have to continue to fight them at the district level, and then maybe at some point try to join those appeals if they go against them. The third thing I would say is they need to continue to try to drive the policy from the executive branch level that they want, because I think in the end, you've got this judge, for instance, said it's clearly erroneous to say that the previous one was constitutional. That's a problem. Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to continue to watch as the Trump administration deals with this problem. Congressman Biggs, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, Julie.
Well, their allegations of bribery.